Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am TJ Dudley. Thanks for tuning in. You know, death is nothing to scoff at. I mean, death is apparent some in some cases it's rather unfortunate how someone, whether it be in real life or even in movies and television, on how a death can impact you. Of course, if you hear of or if you hear of a death in real life, then you know it's going to impact you a little more than it would on TV and in movies. But depending on the movie and or video game setting itself, it could impact you just as much as the actual real life event that you may encounter itself. But we're gonna take a look at the top 5 death scenes in both in movies, television, and in video games. Usually, every now and then, every villain will take that back. Every villain has their comeuppance. And it's not surprising that this tyrant, Frieza, had his comeuppance at the hands of Super Saiyan Goku. Of course, Super Saiyan Goku allows Frieza to live, giving him enough time to escape the exploding planet Namek. And instead of heeding Goku's advice and fleeing from planet Namek and thinking about what he'd done, Frieza took the cowardly way out to try and get in one last blast to Super Saiyan Goku. And as you're about to see within the next few seconds, Frieza's decision proved futile.
Huh? You fool!
In this particular scene of My Girl, Macaulay Culkin, portraying Thomas J, returns to the forest where him and his best friend Veda was, look in search of Veda's lost mood ring. Of course, Thomas J comes across the beehive he kicked over earlier, and sometime later actually finds Veda's mood ring. Unfortunately for him, this time around, the bees caught up with him and attacked with a vengeance, resulting in Thomas J's downfall.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! You open my eyes! Rise!
In this particular scene of The Lion King, you see young Simba waiting in a gorge for his father Mufasa. But little does he know that there is a horde and stampede of wildebeest heading his way. The overall scene, if you was to look at the Lion King, was all employed by Scar and the hyenas to kill not only Mufasa but Simba as well, and take Mufasa and Simba's place as the king of the Pride Lands. And for a good bit of the movie, Scar's plan actually works. However, this scene does pulls at my heartstrings a bit. One of several Power Ranger crossovers, this crossover happens to contain Power Rangers in Space and Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Psycho Pink destroys the in-space Pink Ranger's morpher and creates, as you can see, a pink storm. Kendrix, the Pink Galaxy Ranger, basically does what any hero would do and basically sacrifices herself in order to destroy the sword. However, in doing so, destroys the Galaxy Pink Ranger in the process. Now, while this scene will basically kind of pull at your heartstrings, I did a little research behind the reason behind this scene, and once I caught wind of it, I thought that's pretty much a hell of a way to end the episode. And perhaps one of the most iconic RPG games of the late 90s, early 2000s. This heartbreaking scene comes from probably the most iconic game of all time, Final Fantasy VII, and in this case, Aerith, the flower girl who has had a serious crush on Cloud since their interaction in the Sector 5 slums, meets her end at the hand of Sephiroth. Now, in this particular instance, before the act was actually done, he tries to convey Cloud to do the dirty deed for him. That is until he's brought back to his senses and Sephiroth says, "To hell with it, I'll just kill her myself." Though there's been some debate on whether Aerith actually died in this particular scene, it's still up in the air, and from the looks of it, she was pretty dead to me because, let's face it, she doesn't appear past the first disc. That is during normal gameplay anyway. In this noble act, Goku holds Raditz in place while Piccolo fires a special beam cannon, sacrifices himself in order to defeat Raditz.
Got hurt.
This apparent death shocked the early Z fighters and Gohan, who apparently later found out about the death of his father at the hands of Piccolo, who then was their mortal enemy.
Please take care of Gohan for me.
Yeah, sure, buddy. But It's not gonna come to that, okay? You're gonna make it! And that's all there is to it.
Really? No, not this time, friend. This time, I can't.
I'll wish you back, Goku. We already have 3 Dragon Balls.
I'll see you soon.
No!
Nobody really wants to die.
Hold on, Wong.
No one really wants to be sentenced to death, especially if you're innocent of any wrongdoing whatsoever.
Does it hurt yet?
But that is not the case in this thing from the Green
It
Mile,
hurts like hell.
set in the time 1935, where
Coffee, you have been condemned
justice
to
and
die
equality
daily
for
by a
everyone
jury
was
of your
basically
peers,
out the
sentenced
window.
by a judge in good
As you can see,
standing.
John Coffey being sentenced to death
And
via
if
the
the
electric
sentence is
chair.
carried out.
It's this scene that makes it that much more riveting, as it is revealed in the plot that John Coffey, the one sitting in the chair, is mentally challenged, and the actual killer revealing to John that it was he who committed the murder that John Coffey is unjustly being executed for.
I was afraid of the dog.
But you'll just have to see this for yourself.
All right, Joe. Well, on two.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to rate, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching again.